Just a really amazing, another gritty effort on the road, but it's over. And at midnight, you just have to hit the reset button and understand that, that is just not a part of our thinking process. I think the biggest thing about this team is one word we say all the time is consistency, and we are trying to live consistent in all of our actions. And we hope that we can stay consistent this week, going against a really good Kentucky team. I think there's perception and always reality. And I think when you look at Kentucky, they've lost 7 games in my mind. They could be sitting here in a totally different situation. I think they lost by 1, they lost by 3, they lost by 4, they lost by 1. They played South Carolina twice. And then their leading scorer didn't play against Arkansas. So I think when you don't have a leading scorer in this league, it's pretty difficult. We've been through that. When you don't have your 2 leading scorers, we're going through that right now with our second leading scorer. So I think their schedule is deceiving. I think they're really, really talented. When you look at Benton and Scher and Walker and Green, and I could go on and on, they're really talented, and they've just had some close games. We've had some close games, and we've been fortunate to come out on the other end of that. So we just have so much respect for their program. They're led by a winner, a staff that's an amazing group of people, and we just have the utmost respect, and we know we have our hands full. So I could go on and on, but our concern, our worry, we're preparing for Kentucky like we have, so much to lose and everything to gain, and we are worried about it.
Brittany, we also didn't get a chance to talk to you after the game, but career high points, how did that feel to kind of have that new accomplishment?
It felt good. I worked so hard for it, and my teammates being behind me and coaches, so, it was a good accomplishment for me.
This is for everyone. You obviously had a career high, but you got really good games from your starters. Hannah had 11, Nye had 10, Barker had 8, Jada had another good game. Kind of what does it mean when you get them all starting, especially at this time, having good games in the same game?
Yeah, I think, we have a lot of players that have, competed at a level and been in this league before. And I just think that, it's the time of year where we understand. And I think you have to go through it to understand it, that you have to be playing your best basketball. And it comes down to balance this time of year. It's by committee, and as much as it just doesn't get any easier. And the thing about this team that it's just been a joy to be around is, just like the harder it gets, the harder they go. So, it gets a little harder this week, so let's have a response to that collectively. It takes a group, it takes a team. It doesn't just take 1 or 2 people in this league to win.
Coach, the last 5 games, the benchmark has not been great. What are you kind of seeing from the girls that come into the game? Is it just the mentality just about just having a slow start?
Yeah, I don't think that there's anything wrong. I just think a lot of it's the SEC. I think it's they're trying to come in and impact the game in the most positive way possible. I do think that we often look at that as points, but it's not just that to us. It's more about they're setting great screens, they're reading, reacting, people are having to guard them, how hard they're going to the boards, loose ball hustle plays, sprinting every single time in transition. So I think they're doing so many other things that maybe don't show up that have really been a key for us and key for our success.
On that, how do you, obviously, most people just look at points for that, but how do you maybe keep their confidence up and on the bench when they're not getting the points, but, you see, we've talked many times about Carly, Loyal, all of them, and coming off the bench and making an impact maybe deeper on the stat sheet?
Yeah, I just, again, I think that the role that they play for our team is immeasurable, and what they're doing with it every single day. The thing it's truly a reason why we're where we're at. This group has really special chemistry and selflessness, and they don't care what they do. They just want their team to win, and that's the same thing with her and Hannah. And whether you start or coming off the bench, it's not about starting. It's just about we've got 11 amazing kids that are so bought in right now, and so I don't judge them on points. I judge them on a lot more. Brittany will tell you I'd rather her defend than score. So. At the end of the day, I'm just really, really proud. Our bench has been amazing in practice, too. Like, the impact and the practice stats have been completely opposite of what you're seeing in games. So one thing that has consistently gone through my mind the last week is somebody's about to have a big game. somebody off the bench is about to have a big game because they're just so good in practice, and you practice like you play, it's coming.
And the two questions for you, obviously Maddie Sher leads the SEC in assists. What is it like with the matchup that you get a chance to see somebody that's equally talented, you know, in the SEC, but also just what do you see from her that helped her be successful so far this season?
Yeah, obviously she's a really good player in our league. She can shoot the ball well. She's had big games against people like South Carolina and against the better defenses in our league. So it'll be a good matchup for us. We have to defend her from three and try to keep her contained off the bounce. But again, it's going to be a team effort defensively on all of their guards.
I don't know how much yours were. You guys, all 17 wins have come when you were leading after the third quarter, and all the losses were after you trailed. Do you contribute something to that, or is it kind of just a weird coincidence at this point?
Yeah, I'm not very superstitious or try to put too much on it or think if we're down, oh Lord, we're not going to win. You know, just trying to coach the next play and then play the next possession. But yeah, it's interesting. It'll be interesting to see if it continues to play out that way. But no, we just try to coach the next possession, live as hard as we can, play as hard as we can, and let the chips fall.
What's going on? I know you guys talking about Kentucky, but I have a story due before Friday.
Sure.
So just with Auburn coming up, what does that rivalry mean?
Being from the state of Alabama, it's something that I grew up a part of. So it means a lot. Anytime we have an opportunity to play in an Iron Bowl situation, it's special. And it'll be good to have one back here in Tuscaloosa.
With being a fifth year for this could be your final time in the rivalry. Does that make this any more special?
I don't know if it adds anything else to it, but again, anytime we have an opportunity to compete in this league on a Sunday at home in our conference, is a good opportunity.
It's our pink game. You know, we look forward to honoring 9 breast cancer survivors. That'll be a part of our introductions, and just, you know, to be able to have a Play for K game at home, because we're about to be in our second one in the last 3. You know, for us to be able to, our power of pink, and then Play for K, and to represent that, and to know that we just get to play a game when there are a lot of others that are fighting a lot harder battles. Yeah, I think, you know, the thing is, like Hannah said, we haven't been home much on Sundays because of the way the schedule fell with our Monday night game against LSU. So we're just excited for the opportunity to be home. But the most important is Kentucky, and you know, Auburn's much improved too. So as you go down the stretch, it just comes down to making sure that you defend your home court as well as we've played on the road.
Brittany, obviously you're the leading scorer on the team, but how important is it to have the supporting cast, and they have great games that you did against Missouri, and just kind of going forward, making sure that, you know, there's not a lot of pressure on you to just score the ball?
Like Coach said, in practice, everybody's contributing. Everybody's working hard every day. So it's only a matter of time that they're going to step up. And they have been stepping up every game. So, you know, it's just been a great opportunity.
We need her to get a new career high this week. So it'll be okay if she decides to do that. So, okay, will that be 34? Okay. 34 or higher.